Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So we've got a very similar situation to Bitcoin here. The corrective wave structure to the downside in this wave 2 looked a little bit different than Bitcoin. However, the outcome is the same, very similar. It seems actually, and it's quite funny, Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually leading the market at the moment, while the altcoins aren't really moving. I mean, this was quite an impressive move up. Yes, we've seen altcoins follow generally as well, but it seems like Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing much more than some of these altcoins. But anyway, it's an Ethereum video, so let's take a look at that. My view is still that, and that has been the primary count, that we're here in this sort of short-term upside structure in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. Obviously at the moment we really only have a wave 1, a wave 2 and another 1, 2 setup of this next wave 3, 4, 5. So this is how it should play out ideally as per the primary wave count. Important for that is still that we're holding the 1185 level. Yeah, because while we have moved up yesterday in quite an impressive reversal, pretty much as per the primary wave count, I still have to issue a small word of caution, because we are still below this descending trend line and we only have 3 waves up at the moment. Now, in all likelihood, what is reasonable to assume is that this is going to follow through to the upside for a couple of reasons. First of all, we broke out of the descending price channel. We have a very strong possible wave 3, very strong, and we're currently holding in a bullish consolidation. That is what you would consider a bull flag or a bullish pennant in, let's say, traditional TA. Yeah, it's holding quite well. It's holding actually above my support area, or it touched it, yeah, and it's just dancing on it basically. So in all likelihood, we can expect another move to the upside here in a wave 5, but it's always be on the side of caution. As long as we have only 3 waves, it could theoretically just be some kind of a corrective wave structure up. But the fact that we're holding support so well indicates further upside from here in a 5th wave. Now, if we get this 5th wave, and it might only push a little bit above the wave 3 high, so in that attempt we might not even break above the 1308 level. That would be important though to confirm further upside. But in the first step, maybe we only get to that level, yeah, have the 5 waves complete, break down in a wave 2, because again, just to show you the roadmap here, how this would ideally play out. We've got here then, if we get these 5 waves, this would be a wave 1 again of that wave 3. We would then come down in a wave 2, most likely come down maybe into the region of 1250 or so. We would then move up in a wave 3, would come down in a 4 and move up in a 5. And this would be the ideal pattern, how this would play out, ideally, yeah. And that means anybody who thinks or is afraid, you know, they might have missed here the entry opportunity in this green reversal area, they could still get a chance in this wave 2 retracement. Yeah, no financial advice, of course, but it's how I see the market develop in an ideal way. So yeah, at the moment it is imminent. It is absolutely important as well, not only to get this 5th wave, but to hold, before we get this 5th wave, this support area. It is based on the retracement of wave 3, basically between 1275 and 1258. That is the support area that we need to hold, because if we drop below that, below the 1258 level, if we drop below the 50% retracement, it would be most likely not a wave 4, and the whole pattern will most likely not work out. So that is very important to understand. But besides that, short-term upside further preferred, especially as long as we are holding this support area. This wave 4 could very well be unfolding as a triangle like this, yeah. And again, you know, it could be a triangle pattern, even an Elliott wave. It looks like a triangle anyway, but it could just be an Elliott wave triangle. In an Elliott wave triangle, we've got an ABCDE pattern, A, B, C, possibly the D already, and here the E, and then we are ready for a breakout very shortly. However, even if we break to the downside, it would in the first instance not be a disaster. We would probably still find support in this box here. This can, as I said, go down to 1258 and would just be an ABC pattern or WXY. Interesting as well, it's not a massive triangle. So if we take the height of the triangle, roughly, yeah, and we add it to a possible breakout point, even if we go down, we should still find support here around the 1265, 1260 level. So no problem, okay? And then, yeah, further upside preferred. Bear in mind, again, I mentioned that for the Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin video as well. At the moment, this upside movement is part, first of all, is part of a still possible, quite obvious actually, inverse head and shoulders, yeah, that we've talked about for weeks now. So it will be interesting to see if this is playing out. Pure target, or target purely based on the inverse head and shoulders, and by the way, in red here is the resistance area, and we can clearly see how we are holding below the resistance area. Target would be around $1,500 if that inverse head and shoulders actually plays out. But all of that is probably just part of the wave 4. So A, B, C, and the C wave would be part of the wave 4. And the C wave itself is a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see how all of this fits together. And it will be the market that needs to decide after the wave 4. Do we hold a higher low? Do we come down in 3 waves? Do we hold a higher low? Are we gonna do a proper breakout? Because if we get a higher low in this retracement after the top, that will be a strong signal that a more substantial low has been formed here, and that we are probably not gonna come down lower again, and that could take us then to $3,000 and beyond. Or do we actually fail, come lower, and we will make a lower low, and then we need to see, do we find support at $1,000 or so. But if it's a 3, 4, 5 pattern, we will come down below the 9th of November low once more. It is this retracement, this pullback, yeah, that's going to happen as soon as we've put a top in place, that will determine Ethereum's journey for the next few weeks and months, probably. Yeah. So that will be the decision moment here, and that will be a very, very important pullback. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.